Captain, and today I'm reviewing another small product that is being released alongside the Alien role-playing game, and that is the Alien role-playing game Maps and Markers pack. So I'm going to talk about everything that comes in here. I've got a bunch of stuff out here on the table, little markers, and I've got the maps right here. And I'm going to talk about what comes in here, and I'm going to tell you, do I recommend you get this, and why? So first off, on the back here, this is just a little thing that comes. It comes wrapped in plastic with this, so you can see it on either side as you look at it. And then when you open up the plastic, this is wrapped around some punch-out sheets as well as the map. So it says, this Maps and Markers pack contains useful gaming aids for the official Alien role-playing game. Contents: a large full-color, double-sided map with one side depicting chartered space in the year 2183, and the other floor plans for the Chariot of the Gods cinematic scenario. So here is that map. That's the first thing we've got. There's more there. I'm going to get back to it. But so here we have the map. Now it's double-sided, and the first side is the map of known space in the year 2183. Now this is great. This is absolutely awesome. This is a fun thing to have out if you're doing a campaign and you have your players flying around different parts of the known space. They have all the different planets and solar systems marked here. So, you know, for instance, they'll have names like this is Pollux, and then they have names of planets that are there. This is really awesome. They have a couple of little markers to show for ships, which if you use the markers as ships, like this one here, which shows what looks to be a ship on it, you can put that on the map and move it around to the different solar systems to show where your player group currently is in the universe. I'll get back to the markers in a minute. You could also use that to show other ships as well. Now, the other side of the map is my it's not really a gripe, it's more of a snafu. So it said that this came with maps for the Chariot of the Gods cinematic starter kit scenario, and it doesn't. It comes with maps for Hadley's Hope, which actually means it comes with more maps than you would have had if it came with the maps for the Chariot of the Gods. But if you have that, the Chariot of the Gods as a PDF, you can easily print out those maps, which are just maps of the ships and are far less complex than these. These are actually better than the ones it claims it comes with. It's just a bit of a whoops and a snafu, but because it comes with maps to Hadley's Hope, which is, of course, the colony from the movie Aliens, James Cameron's sequel to Ridley Scott's original Alien. And this is actually really awesome because you could use this as another colony that was designed exactly the same since they were manufactured by the company. And I know a lot of people are going to want to play out scenarios very similar to the movie Aliens, and you can totally do it with this, and that is awesome. So that is the maps. Now the next part, so that is the maps, and the maps look really nice. I love the aesthetic of them. I love the greenish kind of feel, which really goes with the theme, because that's how things always looked on the computers in the Alien movies. And the next thing we have listed here is game markers for keeping track of characters, motion tracker pings, spaceships, and space combat actions. So for the space combat actions, you've got a bunch of stuff that say things like decelerate, or go dark, or accelerate, or open airlock, or power up sensors, or fire weapons. So obviously, now I haven't finished reading the Alien role-playing game book yet, but obviously there's going to be some rules for space actions and even space combat in there. And then you've got ships on the other side of sensor pings here, which again, the ships are lettered, so maybe your ship might be the letter A, while an enemy ship might be the letter F. And not all of the ships are of the same design. So if you see here, these two ships are not the same design ship. There's a couple different designs. This one here looks very much like the Sulaco from Aliens. I'm not certain what the other one is meant to look like, but you can use these different markers for ships on the galactic map. And then they have tons of markers for people and alien monsters. So, for instance, here you have someone who looks like a Marine, and on the other side, they are a motion tracker little symbol. All of them have a motion tracker on their other side. Here is a character that looks very much possibly like Ripley in Aliens with a gun. Here is a character that looks like one of the crew from the original Alien. Looks more like a space trucker than a Marine. And you have lots of these different characters. They each have a motion sensor on the back. And then you have chits for face huggers. Again, all with motion sensors on the back. You have chits for chest bursters. You have chits for aliens, actual xenomorphs. You have chits for the larger xenomorphs, like the Royal Guard that you saw defending the Queen. And you have a chit for a Queen alien here. Now, each one of these has a motion sensor ping on the back. And from what I gather, the intention here is you will put the motion sensor ping on the map somewhere when your characters are using their motion sensors to be like, oh, there's a motion sensor in the next room. But they don't know what it is. You know what it is because you know what's on the other side of that ping. And then they have to go investigate, and you flip it over, and oh, it's just, it's just a crew member. Or no, it's an alien is in the other room. And I think that's great. I think that's really cool. I have one minor little gripe. I would have loved them to have done one chit for a cat, like Jonesy in the original Alien, when they were going around and searching for the alien, and Jonesy was accidentally giving them a false motion sensor positive because he was running around the ship, and then they sent Brett to go wrangle Jonesy so that they wouldn't keep picking him up. Anyway, I would have liked that, but otherwise, these are fantastic. I love the concept of having the motion sensor pings on the map. I mean, it's brilliant. You just say, oh, your motion sensor picks up a ping 2 rooms away. And as you move closer, you say, oh, 2 more pings show up in the next couple of rooms. What are they? Should you have your guns drawn? Could they just be innocent colonists? You don't know yet. Very cool stuff. I will definitely be using these. I think this maps and marker pack, aside from the snafu of accidentally saying that it was supposed to come with the ship maps from Chariot of the Gods, that it doesn't. Aside from that, the maps look great. The markers are cool. I love the concept of using them as the pings and then flipping them over to reveal that in this particular room, you have an abomination, which is one of those mutated people like like in Prometheus. I love being able to do that. These are really great. These look really cool. I'm definitely going to use them. They do have a child, by the way. There was a child one I have here. So obviously you could have a character like Newt who's setting off the pings like in Aliens, and then they accidentally opened fire at her thinking she was one of the xenomorphs when it turned out just to be a child. So they do have that instead of the cat. So that is cool. I really like these a lot. I think these are all really, really cool. And I cannot wait to use them in the actual game. I think they're going to be a fantastic, fantastic visual element for where you're getting the sensor pings, and then for when your players go into that room to be like, flip, there's an alien in there. And that's really cool. So I highly recommend this map and marker pack. Just be aware, like I said, that unlike what it says on the back, it does not come with the maps for Chariot of the Gods. But I think this is highly useful. I think anyone playing this game is going to get a great amount of use out of using these markers, especially for using them for the motion tracker markers. And you know what? I think any PDFs that you have there, because their PDFs seem to all come with maps themselves, you're going to wind up wanting to print out those maps anyway and continue to use these, or maybe even doing some hand-drawn maps of your own for the layouts of ships, etc., and continue to use these markers in all of the games you run of Alien, the role-playing game. I'm going to give this Maps and Markers pack an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's fantastic. I really, really love it. I think it's highly functional. And you know what? This is something I think you definitely should get if you're game mastering the Alien role-playing game. either doing cinematic one-offs or doing a campaign. I think these are a really good idea. So there you have it. And each one of these also, by the way, each player can pick one of these and they have a letter on them, so they can maybe pick one with the first letter of their name to represent them on the map to easily show what room they're in. Okay, I'm going into this room. Okay, I'm going to go into the infirmary, whatever it might be. So let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns on the Alien, the role-playing game Maps and Markers pack. Feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this quickie review of this product for the Alien role-playing game, feel free to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And hit that little bell icon on my channel so you get alerts and updates every time I upload a new video. And until next time, game on.